They don't want to discuss. Good evening and welcome. I'd like to call this City of Montgomery City Council meeting to order. It is September 22nd, 2025, exactly 6 p.m. Ms. Bevan, we have a quorum present this evening. With that, I'd like to ask Stan Donaldson to give our invocation, and then we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for another opportunity to advance the agenda of the city. Father, we thank you that we work hard to make it profitable and successful, Father. I also want to make mention, Father, of Mr. Kirk's untimely death, Father. I just think we owe honor to his family and to him personally, Father, for the work that he did for us. I thank you, Father, that his family is blessed and that this grief is very short. And we just thank you, Lord, for all he's done for the United States and for our country. We ask all of this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Now, pledge allegiance to the United States flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, the Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. If everyone would please check their phones to ensure that they are on vibrate or off, that would be great, so not to interrupt our meeting. Moving forward, we do not have anybody that signed up for public forum, so we'll head on to the consent agenda. Item number 4 on your agenda. Consideration and possible action on a resolution calling for a public hearing to be held on October 14th, 2025 on an application by Cruz Real Estate Ventures, LLC for a special use permit at 22205 FM 1097 Waterstone on Lake Conroe, 01 lot, Res A-2 for a restaurant with accessory drive-through service. 5. Consideration and possible action authorizing the mayor to execute any and all documents necessary for the city of Montgomery to participate in the Purdue Direct Settlement Agreement. Number 6. Consideration and possible action authorizing the mayor to execute any and all documents necessary for the city of Montgomery to participate in the Secondary Manufacturer Settlement Agreement. Number 7. Consideration and possible action of an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Montgomery, Texas, granting a rezoning request to Lone Star Cowboy Church related to the 58.952 acre tract I-1 located in the Zacharias Landrum Survey, Abstract 22. Number 8. Consideration of possible action of an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Montgomery, Texas, granting a rezoning request to BCS Capital, LLC, development number 2415, related to 11.084 acres of the tract 2-G, John Corner Survey, Abstract 8, currently zoned PD, Planned Development, and B Commercial. Council, would you like to take these items cumulatively or independently? What is your pleasure?
I have some questions on items 5 and 6.
Okay. Do you want to ask your questions now?
Yeah, I can ask questions.
Okay.
What is the plan to use any funds received from these two sources?
There's only certain things we can spend the money on. It kind of sets it out for you. Right now, we don't know because the money's kind of coming a little bit from different places that we're required to pay these. Some of it could be for like school crossings, extra police for education of students, about different things that would relate to this, but
So it can be used for policing of drugs?
Yeah, I think like school crossings, you can use it to help pay for school crossings. They've added a new list of different things you can spend it on. Right now, we haven't spent any of it yet.
What is the amount?
This time, I don't remember what.
Is it $9, $900?
Well, no, it was like 5,000.
Okay. I get settlements are like 72 cents.
I can't remember what the first one that came in. I think it was bigger though. It was from like some of the grocery stores.
Okay.
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 Yeah, some of the initial settlements that they received were bigger amounts. They're trickling in, all the tangential service organizations that were involved with opioids at one time or another.
Okay.
Well, who in our organization determines where it's going?
Well, I think we're gonna have to get with the chief and the police, because that's really gonna be where they'll be able to utilize this money for those kind of things. Right now, it's just gonna sit in the fund until we find a place to use it. I think they did, chief, correct me if I'm wrong, did you already order some of the shots, the
Narcan?
Narcan?
We did.
Okay, see, that's one of the things we can use it for.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
I'm okay.
I make a motion, we accept the consent agenda items 4 through 8 as presented.
I second that. Motion by Mr. Donaldson and seconded by Ms. Fox that we accept the consent agenda as presented. This motion is debatable and amendable or requires a majority vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries. And we will accept the consent agenda as presented. Public hearing. The City Council will receive comments from the public on the below listed items. Speakers will be, it's not, okay. Now, moving right along to the regular agenda, item number 9. Consideration and possible action on the acceptance of the Old Plantersville Waterline Project and enter into the one-year warranty as of June 3rd, 2025, and authorize the city administrator to sign the certificate of acceptance.
Seven from you today is for the Old Plantersville Waterline. So as a reminder, if you look in your packets, you'll see an exhibit showing where this is. Page 40, like 47 of the packets. So this is the water line that goes by the high school, down from the Briarly development that Johnson funded, put in. It was substantially complete back in June, but they were addressing punch list items. Since then, so now it's in front of you for acceptance. The punch list items they had were mostly painting of the hydrants, the normal things that they're painting the city colors, adjusting some valves, etc. So they have now completed all those punch list items. So what this will do is set the warranty period of August 28th, 2025. And at that time, we'll do a walkthrough, and we'll address any items at that time.
What's the date again?
August 28th, so on the, I have two different dates on here. It'll be June 3rd, and we'll correct that certificate of acceptance, because that's when the water line was substantial, right there.
Okay.
So Chris, now that that water line has a loop in it, we ever break like along Old Plantersville, are we able to cut valves off on either side of it to avoid it from,
Correct.
you know?
Yeah, so the state requires you to have valves every 1,000 feet, as well as at every intersection. So if we have a T, you're required to have 2 of the 3 legs have a valve on it. So in this case, you have valves at 105, you have valves at Womack, valves all throughout. Every time they connect to the subdivisions, you can valve those off independently. And then with the railroad crossing, those have valves on each side of the railroad, because that was one of its own pieces. So you have a lot of flexibility to serve the Old Plantersville Road and around, or back the other direction.
I make a motion to authorize the city administrator to sign the certificate of acceptance for the one-year warranty period starting June 3rd, 2025 for the Old Plantersville Waterline Project.
It has been motion by Mr. Olson that we authorize the city administrator to sign the certificate of acceptance of the Old Plantersville Waterline Project and enter into the one-year warranty as of June 3rd, 2025. Second by Mr. Jugovich. This motion is debatable, amendable, and requires majority vote. It's open for discussion. All those in favor of accepting authorizing the city administrator to sign the certificate of acceptance of the Old Plantersville Waterline Project and enter into the one-year warranty as of June 3rd, 2025, say aye. Aye. Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries, and we will authorize the city administrator to sign the certificate of acceptance of the Old Plantersville Waterline Project and enter into the one-year warranty as of June 3rd, 2025. Item number 10 on your agenda, consideration and possible action on the final plat for Legacy Grove Section 1, development number 2409.
Right. This item is for the first of 2 sections for Legacy Grove. This is the Tri-Point development that goes behind Napa all the way to Lone Star Parkway. So if you look at your packets, you'll see a copy of that plat. These are for the northernmost 65 homes. So this isn't the connection all the way through at this point, but access to this section will be from Lone Star Parkway. So P&Z is reviewed, as we have reviewed, we have no comments for them left to address. There is no variances on this development. You remember this is the large lots development in the city. A couple things that are on here is that further development, they pay impact fees at the time of planning. They delivered those checks tonight. They're listed on here. One thing that we're still working with them on is just more of just kind of clarifying the language on the performance bond for kind of this period. They provided it, we're just tweaking some language, working with your attorney on that. But the rest of the items have been submitted to the authority. So we have recommended approval of this final plat.
I make a motion, we accept item number 10 as stated in the agenda.
Motion by Mr. Zulovich that we accept item number 10 as presented.
Second the motion.
Seconded by Ms. Langley that we accept the item number 10 as presented. This motion is debatable and amendable or requires majority vote. It's open for discussion. All those in favor of accepting item number 10 as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it. The motion carries, and we will accept item number 10 as presented. Item number 11 on your agenda, consideration of possible action authorizing the mayor to sign the consent to encroachment by and between the city of Montgomery and the developer, quote, 1000 Foster Drive LLC, quote, development number 2208.
Again, in your packets, to give you an idea of where this is, there's an exhibit following the cover. So this is the apartment complex on Pleasant, Oregon, just north of the creek. The newer of the two complexes on that site. So this has been out there for a while. The encroachment agreement was started last summer, just with staffing changes. We found out that it was never executed, which is why it's coming to you now. So the only thing they're proposing, if you look at that exhibit, they have a piece of their dumpster pad is encroaching into the easement. And so in the event that a line break or anything happens, it has to be repaired. Standard encroachment agreement, we just had one, I think last meeting for the bank. So same thing. So this just papers up that if it has to get torn out, it is their responsibility. The city's not responsible for it. But that is the agreement in front of you. They figured that up. So in the event that something happens, there's a document.
What's the width of the easement?
It's a 26 foot?
26?
26 or 25? 25 foot.
How much are they gonna encroach in it?
I don't have a decision on this, but less than 5 feet.
Make a motion, we accept agenda item number 11 as presented.
Motion by Mr. Donaldson that we accept item number 11 as presented.
A second.
Seconded by Mr. Olson. This motion is debatable, amendable, requires majority vote. Open for discussion. All those in favor of accepting item number 11 as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. The motion carries, and we will accept item number 11 as presented. Number 12 on your agenda. Consideration and possible action on the acceptance of the engineer's recommendation of AR Turnkey Construction Company, Inc., to complete the construction services related to the College Street Drainage Repair Project.
This item, so if you go to page 66 in your packets, that's really kind of see the meat of this. There's a copy of the bid tabulation for this project. We received bids on September the 9th. We received 8 bidders ranging from roughly $101,000 to $338,000, with most of those being under $150,000. So good pricing. We have worked with AR Turnkey in the past. Currently work with them on other projects. They're a good contractor to work with. They're someone that we would solicit bids from if we had the opportunity. And so remember, as a reminder, this is one of those ARPA fund projects. So the scope of this is the replacement of the culverts on College Street, rebuilding the road, the guardrails, and then fixing and preventing for additional erosion upstream and downstream of the road itself. So recommendation is to award AR Turnkey based on their low bid. It'll take a little while for it to get started as this is a federally funded project. Grant administrators review, they've already done. They've been working on the clearances through SAM.gov and others, but it takes a little more time for the additional federal requirements.
So with the vast gap between number 1 and number 8, 238,000 and some change, should we accept change orders on top of that? I mean, that's a big difference.
I mean, there's always a potential for change orders on any project. Now, again, they have to come back with something that's reasonable and a reasonable change order. With as many that are grouped, because you have, 100, 118, 127, 147, I feel like those prices aren't extremely out of line. I think, again, kind of like we saw on that water line project that we did 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, the market is just getting more competitive. So people are looking for these projects, especially something like this, that they can jump on. They're estimating they'll be done in 20 days and kind of get in and knock it out. And as the market shifts, we're seeing more competitive bidding on.
That's another thing too, the difference between 20 days and 100 days.
Correct.
Is there any penalty for overage?
I do not believe this contract has penalties for delays. Just because a project of this size, it's harder to quantify the impact on a project like this versus a utility job that would prevent the development or cause other harm.
I was just thinking about the 3 residents on the other side.
It is in the contract that they have to, about maintaining open and access at the end of each day, that down steel plates to make sure that there's full access to the
Says-
road.
okay.
And extra time in there for coordination with the residents and communication thereof.
So Chris, or maybe Brent, so the one we're looking at is $100,985. If it goes to the, say, 120, I'm splitting the baby here. Do we have that much in ARPA funds to be able to fill that gap? Okay.
At this point, yeah, unless something goes.
Right, that's what I'm scared of, like, no, we don't, so then what happens then?
The good thing is you can always go back and look at that. I mean, because there's nothing that says that only ARPA funds pays for this, so I mean, that would be.
Yeah.
It's a big enough project that's.
Chris, and it's kind of to Carol's question earlier for the design of it. What did we do for the prevention of future erosion?
There's some slope paving and then riprap on top of the geotextile. So regrade it, put down geotextile fabric, and then large riprap on top to help dissipate the
And AR Turnkey, we've not worked with them before, I can't recall.
I
since
don't
I've been
believe that
here.
the city has specifically. We have, as WJ has worked with them before, and actually have one or two projects.
And the experience has been?
They're good. There's contractors that we would go to and solicit bids from, and they have been using them for years, and they're one of those that we would solicit proposals from.
Make a motion, we accept agenda item number 12 as presented.
Motion by Mr. Donaldson to accept item number 12 as presented,
Second?
seconded by Mr. Olson. This motion is debatable, amendable, requires a majority vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries, and we'll accept item number 12 as presented. Number 13 on your agenda, consideration and possible action on formally ending the 1-year warranty period and releasing the maintenance bond on Buffalo Springs Drive roadway improvement project.
So this, as it says in the title, this is Buffalo Springs, the roadway portion of it. So minor, we have 2 projects, the signal, that warranty ended early because XDOT took over that maintenance responsibility some months ago. So now this is the actual concrete roadway portion of it. We had a 1-year warranty inspection at the 1st of September. There's a couple items we had them address. Biggest thing was we had put in those sleeves for future irrigation, lighting, etc. And just with the mowers and trucks and everything else, they got knocked off. Contractor went and replaced those, fixed them. I give it a couple days, I'm sure someone's gonna get it. Yeah, it's a matter of time. There's a couple minor cracking on the curves that we had them reseal. but nothing that was of any structural concern, normal cracking that we would expect to see in a concrete roadway. So they've addressed all the items. In our opinion, they are ready to be closed out on that project. Overall, just to kind of answer your question on the last contractors, Site was a good contractor to work with. They were responsive. They knocked it out. They throughout the time once the grass was established, they went and cleaned up the silt fence. So once they were asked, they didn't push back, especially on those irrigation sleeves are not something that it wasn't a defect. It was just all random. So they've been good to work with.
So then when they run them over in the future, is that going to be? Yeah.
So,
And what's the cost on that?
It's not a whole lot. I mean, it's a 4-inch PVC sleeve. It's something that you can cut them down lower. We left them up just for visual. So.
Making sure it's not like a $10,000 cost. Okay.
$200.
Oh, okay.
Make a motion to accept item number 13 as presented.
Motion by Mr. Olson that we accept item number 13 as presented. Seconded by Mr. Zulovich. This motion is debatable, amendable, request for majority vote. It's open for further discussion. All those in favor of accepting item number 13 as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries, and we'll accept item number 13 as presented. 14 on your agenda, consideration of possible action on a variance request related to the required parking for the multifamily development by BCS Capital Development number 2415.
Last item for me tonight. So in your package, you'll see a handful of information on this. In short, if you remember during the development agreement process, these were considered as part of the rezoning and the mention of the parking variance request that would be coming. So the request that they have in front of y'all tonight is to go from a 2 vehicle per unit space to 1.5 vehicles or 1.5 spaces per unit parking ratio. In the packet, you'll see a breakdown of their request and kind of the reasoning why behind it. They reference City of Houston standards to bring that request down as their backup. This did go to Planning and Zoning Commission. Planning and Zoning Commission did not approve or not recommend approval of. However, tonight, BCS is here as well as I believe Morgan Group is here, the actual developers of the complex to answer questions because there's a lot of questions on the actual development and the quality of the product. And so they're here tonight to answer any questions and kind of give you an overview of the product they're proposing on the site and the reason for the variance.
And we'd be happy to start with an introduction.
Please come on in. Just state your name for the record, please.
Yes, Jason Howe. We're located at 3000 Richmond Avenue, Houston, Texas. Good evening, Mayor and City Council. It's great to be here with you tonight. I'm with Morgan Group, the multifamily developer. We're excited to be in Montgomery. We're excited to be working with DCS on this project. What I thought I'd do, I'd give just a quick background on who we are and what we do as a company. So as I said, we're Morgan Group. We're headquartered and based here in Houston. We're a family-owned company. We've been in business for more than 60 years, and we focus exclusively on multifamily development and acquisition. We've developed and acquired all across the country, but Houston is our backyard, our home, and nearest to our heart. And we've been following the growth here, and really excited about what HEB is doing, what the retail that DCS is bringing. We have an in-house general contractor as well as an in-house property management company. We do this because we're obsessive about the quality of the projects that we build. So this allows us to control the construction all the way through the process. And then also when we get into leasing, we're responsible for that, working with residents on their maintenance orders, things like that. So really from cradle to grave, we are involved in the process. We developed a Class A product. We're very practical in the product that we build. And we want to make you proud as a city and build something that you like to look at, that operates well. And this product specifically will be about 60 to 65% one bedrooms. So that is important to the parking demand and the parking ratio for the development. And then the balance will be mostly 2 bedrooms, and then we'll have just a handful of 3 bedrooms. So we're here to answer any questions and happy to address those.
Would you say how many one bedrooms, what percentage was it again?
60 to
60%?
65%. Our
Yes.
current plan is 62% exactly.
My question is, why didn't you design your development according to what our zoning laws require? Why did you do something opposite than what we require for zoning for parking?
So the reason we're requesting this parking ratio tonight is really for the product that we're building that's more heavily concentrated in one bedrooms. The zoning ordinance doesn't distinguish, between unit mixes. And so I think the unit mix that we're bringing and we build across the country is different than the parking ratio that's in the base development.
Now, one bedroom doesn't necessarily mean one person. National average is 1.5 to 2.5 cars per residence, and that's where our ordinance is right in the middle at 2 per residence. And if you don't have enough cars, and you're going to have overflow parking, and they're wind up parking on CB Stewart Drive on a shoulder, guaranteed.
Yeah, we definitely do not want any parking issues. As I mentioned, we manage the product that we build after we build it. And so our experience with multifamily is that the 1.5 parking ratio is more than adequate, and we will not have parking that'll be outside of the development. We won't allow that. And our experience again is that 1.5 is adequate.
So you plan on that you will be maintaining the project after it's completed?
We will, yeah. So we have a leasing staff, a maintenance staff that interacts with the residents every day, and if there's ever a concern from the city's perspective, you bring it to us. We make sure that it's addressed. But again, we do not want parking problems. That we can't lease units. If that happens, that's something that we deal
I
with.
can assure you Montgomery has parking problems. We have lots of them.
Where is the closest project to us that you have done?
Yes, so we've developed all over Houston. We have most recently developed in the suburbs in Austin and DFW, City of Georgetown, City of McKinney, and DFW. Traditionally in Houston, we've been more of an infill developer, but in other markets across the country, we've had this over.
What is the price range? What's the rental rates?
So we'll set the market.
Okay.
We set the rents to be market. As part of our due diligence, we obviously do a thorough inventory of all the comps and what's in the area, what's surrounding the area, and I can confidently say we'll be the nicest development in Montgomery, the surrounding county. Our rents will reflect that, and we'll set those rents when we're close to it.
Are they all unfurnished apartments?
Sorry?
Are they all going to be unfurnished apartments?
Correct, unfurnished apartments.
How wide is the drive lane between your parking?
So it'll be, I believe the standard fire lane is 24 feet. 24 to 26, yeah. So in that range, 24 to 26.
One other question, Chris, is this variance in the development agreement?
It is mentioned, so variances aren't approved in the
Right.
development agreement, but it is in the considerations.
It is called out in there?
City will, wording is support or some language like that of a proposed variance, I think is how it's worded.
Okay.
So we have apartments behind Brookshire Brothers. We have apartments behind in front of the high school. We have 2, dare I say, institutional looking on Pleasant Morgan. And I've never heard anyone say anything about parking issues. And I don't know that anyone on here was here when those were approved to find out if there was a variance given. I am of the opinion that there was a variance given for the ones behind Brookshire Brothers.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
I remember the ones behind.
Yeah, so it's not a new thing, and I've not heard any feedback that there's been a parking issue or a parking problem with that.
And the ones behind Brookshire Brothers, I think one of the sections of, so I think there's 3 phases of that, received a variance, and they were doing, like this development, both garage and surface parking,
Yeah.
which is here as well.
Which, yeah.
But in general, the heritage apartments, most of them are following the two. There was that section that kind of changed the
Right.
mix. Because again, it was, if I remember serving correctly, it was related to the senior living portion.
That's correct.
A smaller unit, smaller number of bedrooms.
Right.
Well, the other thing about the ones behind Brookshire's is that the compound, the structure itself is all fenced, virtually eliminating anyone parking on flags, whatever.
Yeah,
Flagship.
Flagship.
Rajals, your fence.
Is that going to be the same concept?
That would be fenced as well,
Same thing?
gated.
Fenced and then gated, so
Yeah.
on the plan that's in your packet, there's secondary entrances that go to the south of the city.
Looks like that,
The
but I
main entrance that comes off of Buffalo Springs, it's not gated coming off the street, so you get to the leasing building, but the gate's still into the complex itself on the other side.
So I just have one question about the proposed ratio. Is that the ratio, or is that a proposed ratio?
That's the minimum ratio. So, yeah, so, sorry?
Your current count exceeds that.
Yeah, that's right. Our current count exceeds the minimum ratio of 1.5 per unit.
No, I'm asking about, you said your ratio is 62%, one bedrooms to two bedrooms. That's your proposal? I want to know if that's the proposal, and then, oh, well, we decided to change it after we grant you the variance? I want to know that that's the number it's going to be, or greater.
Yeah, it'll be in the 60
62.
to 65% bandwidth. That's,
Okay.
we haven't delivered a suburban project with less than 60% on betters.
You know, actually, have another opportunity as they bring the actual plans, you'll be able to see that.
But you know, I
Yeah.
guess my whole concern is
But once we
also
pass the
where-
variance, it's passed, so.
Yeah, but if you don't pass there, it isn't mine.
Yeah, true that. That's
My,
true.
my concern is too, is that P and Z did not approve it. And here's another arm of the city saying that they're going to override the P and Z.
Did you watch the meeting? I'm not 100% certain that they understood
Yeah.
this part at all. I think it was presented differently, and I don't believe the Morgan Group presented it. So it was presented differently, and I don't think that they understood that.
Yeah, the Morgan Group was not here during that.
That's right.
meeting, So it was.
So these kind of numbers and ratios were not
Yes,
presented.
I was here for that meeting, and they definitely recognized that this was already approved in the development agreement, so I believe that they were more inclined to say no, knowing that. Just my 2 cents on.
I need to go back and read that, watch that meeting.
It's,
Because that concerns me.
I don't want to, what I want to say and what I should say are two different things.
No,
but-
hush.
But I think, yeah.
So is it in the development agreement that it's approved, the variance is
It's not
approved?
approved, no.
That's what he just said.
No, it's not
No.
approved.
The
That's not what
verbiage
it
is
said.
not approved, it's that the city staff will support the variance for commercial parking variance and then also multifamily parking variance. So what we did with the site, we took the multifamily site from 12 acres to 11 acres, which allowed our commercial section of the development to increase depth, which will better suit the parking and then users that we can get for the commercial side. So what that does for BCS is that we're able to deliver more commercial and reduce the footprint of the multifamily. And then what that does for both of us is that creates more sales tax for both of us. So one day, there's going to be less acreage designated to just collecting property tax and more of that, which is going to be property tax and sales tax. So it was a net benefit to get this acreage down.
I'm just not happy with the 25% reduction below our ordinance. That's what ordinances are for. We put these ordinances on record, spent all the money earlier this year to get somebody to review it, and we agreed with their recommendation, we passed it, and then we turn right around and just go override them. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what you do though. These are our ordinances and then variants are asked all the time and that's not.
Well, how does
that's
this
not-
benefit?
That's not a different part of this business.
Well, it does
It's
make
not-
me feel better.
It's
about
not outside of
having
the scope.
About having a closure so that they're just not harem scarum parking like they
Correct, I believe this is.
I
gonna be
I can show you some in Congress,
Development's
it's
gonna
really,
be with
This,
Tom.
this development's going to be gated, and off the top of my head, I would imagine it's a significant, I would say, roughly $50 million investment, the total project cost, if not exceeding that. They are completely in line with the city on not having a parking problem, and they know how to take care of their investment to the best of their abilities, and that does not include not being able to lease units that they will not be able to park. So
The fact that they're not turn and burn, but they're actually going to eat the dog food that they create is a big benefit.
well, that makes me feel better about that. I make a motion that we accept item number 14 as stated.
Motion by Ms. Fox that we accept item number 14 as stated.
I'd like to amend that motion to include that the ratio of 1 to 2 bedrooms must remain above 60%.
All right, so seconded by Mr. Olson that we accept the item as presented. However, there's amendment to the ratio of 1 bedrooms must remain no less than 60%.
I'll second the amended motion.
And seconded by Mr. Donaldson. So the motion on the table that's been motioned and seconded is that we accept item number 14 as presented with the amendment that the ratio must remain no less, 1 bedroom ratio must remain no less than 60% of the entire development. This motion is debatable and amendable and requires majority vote. It's open for discussion. All those in favor of accepting item number 14 as presented with the amendment that the 1 bedroom ratio must remain, must be above 60%, say aye. Aye. Those opposed say nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it, the motion carries, and we'll accept item number 14 as presented with the amendment that 1 bedrooms must remain above 60% of the ratio of full multi-development. Item number 15 on your agenda, consideration and possible action to a 3-year agreement to outsource professional installation services to enhance holiday lighting for Christmas in Montgomery. Ms. Stephanie?
Good evening, Mayor and City Council. Just wanted to give you a quick overview of agenda item number 15 in reference to the professional installation services to enhance the Christmas in Montgomery for certain locations within the city. In your packet, you have a copy of the PowerPoint presentation. It is also up here on the screen. What we have over here is a customized way to look at the different options with pricing and different items. So you can select what you like and for pricing and for locations. And I would like to introduce Angie Landit with Tis the Season Lighting and Decor. At this time, Angie.
Good evening, my name is Angie Clampett, and I'm with City Season Lighting and Decor. And I just want to thank you, Mayor and City Council, and Stephanie for inviting me to present to you this evening. It really is my pleasure to talk about Christmas. I know a lot of you are thinking, really, exciting Thanksgiving? I know how people think, but in the commercial world, you do have to think a little bit ahead of time. So before we go into the proposal, is it going to be on this big screen?
No, it'll be this.
The one that I presented, or no?
You need to see the PowerPoint should be, yes, because it was in the packet.
Oh, yeah.
With the agenda item. So, yes, so it's right there. So basically,
Yeah, that's it.
it'll be the same thing as on the screen.
But before I go into the proposal, I'm going to just do a little introduction on the slides over here that Stephanie's gonna. Whenever you just click it, it should go to the next one.
Nope.
You had broken it.
Technical difficulties.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
There we go. We'll just slide it manually. Okay.
Okay. Well, I wanted to just introduce the introduction. I have been in the Christmas, commercial Christmas industry for 15 years. I worked for a very high-end commercial company for 13 years. Started out in sales with them. I have experience from the design side of decor as well as estimating and managed the production of 2 different divisions for Holiday for 6 years, the last company I worked for. In 2023, I decided to start my own company, 'Tis the Season, and have been so happy with it and has taken that experience that I learned with them to bring into my own company. And I do work all over the city of Houston, surrounding the city of Houston, not just Houston, but all over the Houston area. Also, installation has been a big part of what I'm involved in as well. I manage different crews, so we're all over the area. And I actually have a former husband who was an installer for me, and I've been on many job sites with him and watched him do it, so that has helped me learn that side of it as well. And a side note to that, he's a fireman right down the street, so I'm have an affinity for the city of Montgomery because they did pay our bills for a while. Anyway, so the next slide there is the standards that 'Tis the Season brings to the table. First of all, we use commercial grade property materials. We don't go to Home Depot or Lowe's and buy the things that you get that a lot of homeowners might use. I have many years of working with commercial vendors where I outsource my materials for that. We also have general liability insurance, which is definitely required, so I have that. I have very experienced production team members that are making our custom glitter bows. We also fabricate large size props that we can use on commercial properties. And our installation teams as well have been installing for years. So that brings a sense of peace for you guys when you know we're out there on this property installing and we're going to be doing things safely. Also, we refurbish our materials every year. So let's say you guys chose a 3-year lease. The second year that those materials go out, they're going to look fresh and new. We remove all the faded ornaments, anything that's cracked or broken, any lights that may be dimmed or gone out, we will replace those. So every year you can be assured that is going to look like a fresh site for your holiday decor. We also have timely response to all service call requests. And if you're dealing with electrical and water and Christmas lights and had them on your own home, then you know you are going to have calls from time to time. So we definitely would like to respond to those. We try within 24 hours, but as soon as we can get out there, but definitely we will not go over 2 days. The next slide there is the community. I do spend time donating to local causes and nonprofits. It's kind of built in my blood to do so. I volunteer for charity and fundraising events, as well as I'm a member of CAI, which is the Community Association Institute, and also various chambers of commerce. So the last slide here before we get into the proposal, maybe some pictures that I'd like to show you guys, is my commitment to the city of Montgomery. I would like to assist you guys in reaching your goal of becoming a destination city. In speaking with Stephanie, I know that that's very important for you guys, and I believe that I can certainly help you out with that. But in doing so, I would love to collaborate with all those entities that are involved in reaching that goal. I think it's important that we hear from all different sides of your community because everybody has their own idea of what's going to bring people to the community, and we can certainly come up with goals and plans that we can do that over a 5-year period or however long we want to talk about it. I would love to help unify the city of Montgomery, not just with Christmas, but we also have other holidays that you guys might in the future want to also unify with the 4th of July celebrations, Memorial Day, or any other special events that you may have. That's something that we can certainly talk about helping you with. The other commitment there is to provide quality decor while staying within your budget. As you know, you have a budget, and I can create the Taj Mahal for you, but if you don't have the money to pay for it, well, then that's not going to do us any good. So it's always nice to have a budget, and we work together to find you something that's very appealing and is going to wow the community when they come in. And we're going to scroll through some of these pictures. Stephanie just shows you a little idea of some of the things that we've done in the past. Some of the things that we could do in the future for you guys. As I said, you can see here, this is a custom glitter bow. We like to use those on our materials. They do give a little bit of interest at night instead of some of these other fabric bows. So those can be in different colors too, but red seems to be the most popular, so that's why that's on there. This is just showing you some things that we can hang from trees, some snowflakes, as well as looking at spears, different things like that. That's a custom glitter bow there. Instead of throwing a piece of garland on that, which a lot of people might do, then we might do something like this. That gives it a little more interest and sets you apart from some of the other communities in the area that might be just throwing garland on there.
Do you have a question?
I do.
Yes.
So I keep seeing trees wrapped, but I don't see any of that tree wrapping in the package.
Yeah, Strands tree wrap, like downtown historic community center
Yeah, it
trees.
should be in there.
Oh,
It's
okay.
in- yeah.
Okay.
It's,
I
there's,
just-
it's in here,
I just missed it.
yeah.
It's hard to show a picture in the dark to really what it would really look like. I think maybe.
No, I like the
Just-
trees
yeah.
wrapped. I've seen it many times, but it's a lot of work and a lot of lights, and I just want to know if it's in this package or
Yeah,
not.
yeah, it is, it is.
We'll show you, I don't know if the pictures are printed on there, I think they are, but there's renderings of some of the trees in the area that you'll show that we can talk about lighting.
So Angie,
Yes, ma'am.
you own all the lighting?
Yes,
correct?
ma'am. We purchase all the materials and everything is leased. So I provide you a 1, 2, and 3 year lease. And that's a very good question because a lot of people, maybe don't understand exactly how that works. If you look on your packet, we have a 1, 2, and 3 year lease. If you chose the 3 year lease, which is obviously a cheaper price, that's the price that you would pay for 3 years. I highly recommend the 3 year. 99% of my customers choose that. And the reason is, well, first of all, you don't have to have somebody every year come in and bid this out every year. You don't want to waste your time. And also you want to build a relationship with someone. That's my ultimate goal, is to build a relationship and help you guys grow. You may not be able to do everything that I presented, this year, but, we can plan on the future years and add things as we go. So within the 3 year lease, that really, it ties you into a certain amount of, like say we did garland or wreaths or things that are custom for that area. Those would stay the same for those 3 years. And then at the end of 3 years, if you wanted to change up that design, you can certainly do that. It doesn't mean that after year 1, we can't add to it. So we can certainly add, elements throughout the city and other buildings or things like that. Yes, ma'am.
The one that you have for the community building, the Montgomery community building, where it has the trees lit,
Yes, ma'am.
what would be an issue if they were lit all year long?
So Stephanie and I did talk about that, and I didn't include that in there because I'm not exactly sure how many trees that you would want to do. But
All of them.
yes, I love it on all of them. So those lights, the lights aren't made for year-round lighting, okay? So what I would propose to do after we just determine how many trees there are is to put you on like a quarterly maintenance of that. So we would come out, check the lights, make sure that they're all working. If they're not, then we would replace those that are gone out. If your trees are still growing, then they might get tight, so we might have to rewrap them. So that's what I would
A
recommend.
couple of the trees in there are close to 300 year old, maybe, Carol, you think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Pretty well
what
developed,
about
I think.
Very well
theft?
developed.
So we're leasing
It's
all
back here.
these lighting. Is there anything about theft?
Yeah, it's back here,
Did you
it's
see
in
that
here. So it's back here under,
that?
she talks about theft.
She stores it.
You know, like between 30 and 40 years ago, I was a teenager. And, you know,
What, 15? What?
You have it on there where you can show them.
See, I saw it.
Customizable, just by clicking the little. I think that's important to them. And also too, if we do the lighting in the community center, we need to get with Mike and Public Works for additional electricity, because you do have them around the main corner
That's
there
not
at the
about
front.
theft, hold on.
As far as the entire grounds,
Stolen,
we
vandalized.
would definitely need to get with Mike.
All the trees if all the trees at the community building were lit though and year
I don't
round,
blame her.
No,
I think that it
Yeah.
would definitely make an
It
impact
would
on
make
the
a
city.
difference. We could probably put them on a timer or two to where they just come on, at a certain
Right.
time and then go off.
Plus Mike's guys want to do the new city hall too. It'd be great to have the community center and
Oh,
city hall
for
since they're next
sure.
door to each other
Absolutely.
and have those on a maintenance and have those lit up. I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah, at any time during the year, you can pick and choose what you want to add and take away, and she will show
You
you
can see
what
here,
that looks like.
you can see here, every line item has most every line item is an option. has a box here, I can choose to, if we want to do that, then the price would change, okay? We
No,
don't,
no, the
See,
city,
because on the trees in Cedar Break Park,
the big ones.
the fact that you have them on a photo cell, a little bit further back down, there's 47 of
No,
us,
the big
those there,
that
is
was-
that
oh,
it could be something that you could,
Absolutely, so I had Angie add in all of, well, 47 light poles at Cedar Break Park, just so that we could see what it would cost if we were to outsource it, or would it be an enhancement to, or other items, an enhancement to what Public Works already does for the park, you know, during the holidays. So that's something that, you know, down the road, if we're, you know, change up how we run some of our events, that you could just select that or add it.
So what is the added cost of it?
What's going to happen to our Christmas lighting program for the members of the city? Because don't we have something where different companies sponsor?
Light up the park.
Yeah, so that's like at the bar,
But
the
that wouldn't
registration
change.
has already opened for this year. And I may, have 13 registered to decorate the light poles as it is. And when they come out to decorate, Mike will have everything finished by November the 8th. They already have one strand of lights, right? And garland. No garland, just lights. So they.
They can
just
build
add
on
to
top
that.
of that, yeah.
Absolutely.
But that's the way that they've been doing it to begin with. So-
Yes, absolutely. So that's an a la carte. I just wanted you to show like what it would cost in 3 years.
if you
Yeah.
decided to
If
change that
we
up,
needed
right?
to change stuff out and.
So is that built into this price, the 47? No.
Well, it can be, I mean, if I check it, okay, you can see the price right now, 23 over here,
Mhm.
39. If we wanted to add that, now it's jumped up, oh, hold on.
That's a great price. I'll-
Yeah, that's what I see.
Leave that one.
Let's check some more.
Let's add some more stuff.
So by my assessment, there's 12 different locations that she would do with multiple lights and multiple
There's,
scenes
so
on
we're
here.
up to 30.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
So
So
That's the Cedar Break Park lights, yeah. And then,
Yes, sir.
each page is not in her total.
Yes, I do. I have 100,000.
Yeah.
but that's, yeah, those are all different locations. Those are all different
Is
locations.
not.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
The
Well,
only
it
one-
can't be if she.
those are different years.
Put it on there.
3 or 5
No,
years.
the only thing that she added was the 47.
Their lights at the Cedar Break
Right,
Park.
but she said they were already in there.
No,
No.
she just didn't check that box. She
Those-
built the pricing for it, she just didn't check it. Because it
Is there
wasn't part of the
anything else
provisional
that you want me
package.
to
Check.
click on or unclick or anything?
Yeah, she just did, she just
I'll
did,
check.
yeah,
Oh,
for the 30,000, not the 23.
Yeah, the only one that wasn't in it was the light poles or the posts in the park, right?
so, yeah, I'll go through this. This kind of, instead of looking at each line item, it's easier just to look at the pictures of what we're talking about. So this is the custom footer boat, the C9's there. You know, and you may not want to do all these, I don't know, but Stephanie and I talked about it, and I just added them in here. We can click them on or off.
And this would be in addition to what Public Works already does. And again, you cannot
Oh, I love
select
that.
those options. But I wanted you to be able to see it.
And in all honesty, the poles, when we put the lights on, most of the poles, when they get decorated, they get covered up.
Yeah,
So,
Right.
I wouldn't do the lights.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Let us put them on there.
Mike, you would still do the Christmas trees in town, correct?
So, yeah, we would definitely.
So you do the one here, you do the one at the LED sign, and you do the one at the community center?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as all the other decorations that we do, which are primarily in Cedar Break.
Yeah.
I think it'd be something that we need to sit down and look at, because you want them to blend.
So
You don't
now,
want us to do something with a.
Well, are they a little tired? Because I think that we had talked about buying new decorations because they were a little long in the tooth.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've replaced some things, you
Yeah.
know, as
Brent,
they've gotten dull.
what do you see wrong with that picture?
Dumpsters in the way. I'm
Go
not
ahead,
sure,
Mike,
but-
continue.
Okay, now, this is
That's
from
ugly.
Google Earth, so this may not be
It's
here
a,
now.
no, they're there.
Okay.
so I do have a question though. So is this
How
just
would we
a
decorate that
rendering,
tree?
right?
Sir.
Because that's not wrapped, right? You're not gonna hang them like that.
Just to give an
It's just a
idea.
rendering,
It's just,
yeah.
yeah, give an
And
idea.
I'll give you an idea of what's available too. You could do, because
Yeah, the big
these are lit,
balls.
but during the day, they may not look so pretty because they're just lights.
Shells,
So maybe you want to add some color, do some ornaments, so we could do a mix of that, or you could do, you know, even one either or.
So basically what you can do is you can add and subtract a location. If you
Right.
wanted to take Cedar Break Park off, you could take off the entire location.
Right.
If you just wanted to take off certain items within the park, you could do that as well.
I just want to take the poles back off,
You want to take what?
the last check that you made.
Well, here's the thing, so with us moving into gyms, we won't be at this location, so therefore the amount for the gazebo would go away, and the amount for anything here would go away. Okay, and so can that agreement,
By Christmas.
no, I said future years,
3 years.
future years, Miss Langley.
Well, probably not.
So that way, how would that adjust in our pricing?
No.
Well, if you do a 3-year, I'll let Angie
I'm sorry,
answer
what's the
that.
question?
So this is our location today, and we'll have Christmas here this year in 2025, Miss Langley. But 26 and moving forward will be different. So how would the price adjust for our new location? Because we won't have the gazebo, we won't have
Oh, you won't have the gazebo?
we won't have this because we're moving to another location.
Okay.
But we might have the gazebo.
We're moving to Jim's Hardware downtown, across from.
Yeah, so-
The gazebo.
So what all areas will we
Can we move the
have to
gazebo?
look at that and see?
Okay, I'm just saying if we lock ourselves in, I was just curious at
I'm
how,
very flexible with
how we
that.
would
Okay, I'm not so
transform
hardcore,
that.
you know,
Yeah.
because my goal is to build a relationship, and to do that, we have to, you know, give it.
there's a little ebb and flow here right
Yes,
now.
absolutely.
And Mike, can we move the gazebo?
So what I hear you saying, Angie, is what you are pricing right now.
Everybody up here says
City
yes,
Hall,
Mike.
We could actually move that to Jim's.
I don't know what Jim's is.
Oh,
Jim's
is our new city location. So yes, so move this cost to
Right,
there.
right.
Yes.
You actually-
And if it's,
Grass
let's
section
say it's a
out
little
on
bit
the street.
different, or, you know,
Take out that
I'm
nasty
willing to
tree
work with
thing,
you guys on
bush
that.
thing.
I'm not gonna-
You park.
No, it's right there, it's right there in front, right there,
Gazebo.
149.
Show 'em the goats.
Big old chunk of grass.
Well, okay, so I know how important your goats are, and.
No
my
goats.
members-
No.
We love goats.
No, we don't.
There's only one fan of goats on this.
No.
You don't like goats?
No.
Yeah, in 2008, there was a goat statue put downtown, that very goat, and that was decided that it is historical
Well, never mind.
in
No,
nature.
no.
No goats.
All right, we can take the goat out.
I'm not paying to decorate a goat. My tax dollars are no.
I will say at Cedar Break, in my opinion, if we're gonna do this, and all Cedar Break done right, just let her do it. Don't try to mix.
So your guys seem to be stretched, yeah.
You're gonna get color differences in lights, and, you
No,
know.
that's a very good point,
So-
because you're saying y'all have your own lights you put on the poles, well, they may not match exactly my brand new lights, right? Or if they're.
That'll look
But we can still
higgly.
do
No, it
the
does.
whole
It
lights.
doesn't hurt anything. I do it every year.
Are they?
Put the light on there and then they cover everything, and then
You can't.
And you still win.
go around and see some of the poles
But here,
decorations, it's extravagant.
I really would like to see that, because if we decided to keep the poles in place all year long, that they could be lit at certain times, or all the time, every night. It's so pretty.
I mean, it really is a statement, piece when you have your right lighting. I mean, that just, people want to come, like you said, want it to be a destination, and then, you know, also photo opportunities. When people come here too, they,
Oh, it's all
oh, let's go more on the light part.
Are all your lights LED?
Yes, oh, yeah.
But
We don't-
47.
It doesn't
It
anymore.
really, I can't tell. You see my house?
Warm white LED all throughout.
Well, I will tell you, I don't know, everybody has their own idea of what color lights. I brought a sample strand of warm white, cool white, and pure white. Would you like to see it?
I don't know that we could tell the difference without them plugged in, but I think that we're all, I don't see it,
Warm light.
everybody likes the idea, and,
Quality of life.
yeah, for sure. I think we're all on board with the idea.
Money
Maybe we
comes from where?
In that budget, you talked about last meeting, in that quality of life events.
Oh, MEDC is,
No, the city has quality of life.
The city has quality of life.
See, we have a lot of visitors that pass through here every day, especially on the weekends. So to really draw them in, you know, they might see the lights, they might stop and want to eat, or, you know, do a little shopping, or, hey, let's bring the family back.
Yep.
And even attract, you know, once we really start collaborating with the community, surrounding communities, really make this a destination.
You know, we do get, I have had a lot of comments when we put the flags out in Cedar Break Park, whether the Texas flag or the American flag, you know, because I have lady that I know that goes to Burton all the time, and so she goes to it on the weekend, and she always says, oh, you had your flags out.
Yeah, if you go to downtown Tomball, I mean, all of their light poles downtown all have like a little wreath or maybe a simple bow. So, yeah, I think it's little things that make a big difference.
It elevates the city,
It does.
right, for not a lot of money.
Well, yeah, exactly. So beyond landscaping, we do not spend a ton of money on beautification. I mean, we don't spend any beyond
I was
landscaping.
just to say, that would be,
Well, we
Right.
spend money on the parking for the Texas flag, which I appreciate, but outside of that, the ball or something, we're just
But
still doing
that.
very, very
That's
little
right.
when it comes
Very
to
minimal,
beautification.
correct.
So I don't foresee this as a bank breaker in any way. I think it brings a lot of
value.
value to it.
Yep. So,
So to cancel, all right, I read it, never mind. 50%.
Yeah.
I want to mention too, some communities in the area, in kind of near you that we've done in the past are West Fork, Crichton Woods, Montgomery Creek Ranch, Del Webb.
oh, the Dale Webb one was really good.
Little Creek
Yeah,
Ranch,
it's pretty.
Del Rose,
yeah,
Saddle Creek, Southbrook Farms, or Southbrook Village. Anyway,
okay.
we're all over Houston area, but those were some that were just kind of in your area.
Alan, what's the rules on bidding this out? We need to bid this out since it's over 10,000?
No, actually, it's
Well, it's not a,
the bid requirement was actually raised to 100,000.
Oh, okay, good.
All right.
And I do have some others, but I wanted to bring her so you guys
Great.
can see what
Some other what? You had
the
some
companies that
other,
do this.
oh, yeah, there's another one here in town that
Mhm.
does it.
And I thought I was the only one
in your world,
in my world. Yeah.
So, but have you seen any pricing, Brent?
Mhm.
And packages, same kind of setup?
Yeah, it kind of depends on what you guys tell me that, you know, if we like the whole city, it's gonna cost more.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they are fairly comparable. So it's small enough, we don't really, it's hard to bid apples to apples. Because I don't really have direction on what you want.
She's here, she's great.
What you want to light
Let's
up.
roll with it.
Yep, agreed.
All right, I'll make a motion to accept item number 15 as presented.
Motion by Mr. Olson, we accept item number 15.
Oh, wait, let me amend that. I want to make the motion to be the 3-year agreement,
Okay,
to do the 3-year agreement to include Cedar Break Park, the last option. So it would
plus
be
polls.
Yeah, the 30,000, whatever it is right now. Can you scroll down just a little? Yeah, oh wait, you didn't check the box.
Do you want to check this?
Yep.
Okay, let me refresh.
You have the goat, and they flipped out, so you may want to take the goat out.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do it on my own.
Well, that was complimentary. There was no-
Oh,
nothing
it's
there.
complimentary, you gotta pay for it, look at that.
But hold on. I think
Doesn't
there was
matter.
another go.
That ain't bad.
Oh, that's bad. That's horrible right there.
Was there another one?
Expensive.
I had to. I had to.
Angie, let me ask you this too.
Oh, wait, this is not checked, you guys.
Oh,
City Hall corner,
That's
the gazebo, but that's gonna be
That's
when
what I
it's
was gonna
flipped.
recommend is going through all the checklists so that we.
I thought they were all checked.
I thought they were too.
All right, so these are the small monument,
yep,
the larger monument,
yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep, yep.
the pavilion.
So that's the rooftop, right?
Yep,
Yes.
that's not checked.
Yeah, you want the city hall building?
What could we have?
Mike, do you?
I was gonna-
do you
can
City
Mike do
Hall?
City
Or
Hall?
Mike does it. No, he's
Does
never
he want
done it,
City
yeah,
Hall
no.
roof?
But you have done the pavilion.
Say it again.
You've done the pavilion out there, right?
Yes.
Or not the pavilion, but the
The
gazebo.
gazebo and the bushes
Yeah,
out front,
yeah.
the trees out front.
Okay.
City hall corner?
105, why don't you do that? Why don't you do the 105
Leave that off,
corner?
yeah.
Yeah, leave that
It's
off.
just a suggestion, but if this is the
'Cause
last.
that's only gonna be
year,
last year.
Let us do this one the last year.
Absolutely.
And put some
Yeah, take that
options
off.
somewhere
And
else.
modify it later, yeah.
Take that one.
Yeah.
So
okay.
take that one off.
Take that off.
Take the
Yeah.
corner off?
Yep,
And
Yes,
it was
please.
so pretty.
we'll let Mike do
Oh,
it.
Mike's got it.
Yeah.
This is the last year.
It'll be the last year.
Okay.
That's another thing, Angie. If, let's say this year, but then next year we have a, like we were talking about.
Yes,
that it's
ma'am.
gonna be-
She said she
we'll
would with this.
figure.
Yeah, and we can do that, like next year, we can maybe do that on a 2-year, so it's even with
Yeah,
the rest of the.
she'll work with this.
Yeah.
But we still want the cheaper price.
Well, of course you do.
Right? So, yeah, we didn't
That's a
want
good
that.
idea, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, and then
You've
next
got all
year,
the stuff for here,
next year
yeah.
amended to where you're doing the
Amen,
city
yeah.
hall.
Yeah. that'll work.
We'll lock in the 3-year price, but we'll change up year 2, 3.
But the, Mike, aren't you doing the tree in the community building?
Yes, the big tree.
But that's the
He
trees.
just does the Christmas tree,
Yeah,
not the
his
There's
tree.
a
tree.
few, there's a few items that go in the front of the building.
So leave
It's
that.
not much.
And next year, if you have to change the budget, we can do that
No.
during budget time, so we
Yeah.
know.
Right.
Go down a little bit on that, the community center tree, the corner, yeah, down. That one. That's the one that Mike does too.
These are the 4 trees at the corner.
No, he doesn't
No,
do
he
any
doesn't do
trees.
those.
I'm sorry,
He doesn't
I'm
do
sorry,
any
I'm
trees.
sorry. I thought that was the
No,
Christmas
no.
tree. Yeah, I'm sorry.
We do the trees in Cedar Break.
Okay, so leave that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Historical district monument sign.
Yep.
The welcome to Montgomery sign,
That little one.
the pavilion for the band.
We're just probably gonna move because she didn't.
Wait, quickly, I was looking at pictures and it looks like Public Works does put garland around the poles.
Where?
Or
The pavilion?
stage.
The
the
stage.
four
Yeah.
rows.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You do lights around the rim too?
I think so.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't need
Somebody
that
does.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can.
Uncheck that one.
So that's the stage. You
Yeah,
can take
uncheck that
off.
one. Take that.
Take,
That
That
one
one
right
right
there.
take that whole thing off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just for this year.
Okay.
Or,
No,
no,
yeah.
moving forward, yeah.
I just-
Mike can do it.
If we got,
Okay, so these are
So the
the
lights
light
go.
posts. There's 17 of them downtown. If I-
yep,
Yeah, keep going. That's good.
Okay.
Are there gonna be more when we get McCown done?
Pardon?
Are there gonna be more when we finish McCown?
probably.
And
We'll
not
see.
not every one of those have electricity.
Right.
They don't have a plug.
I think they need to be replaced as it is.
All I'm saying is if the number of posts will probably increase when we finish McCown.
That is to be determined, but this is for this year, and we can always remove
Amend
that
it
for next
later.
year.
Right,
It's
right.
totally customizable.
Okay, so we're at the bottom now, so when we refresh, what's our new price?
So yes, leave these, is that what we're, okay. Let me just refresh it, make sure.
So it should be about 29, 30.
Oh, no, right. 31,678.
So that pavilion, with the lights on the pavilion was only $300? Or on the, whatever, the stage?
Stage.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that much. I mean, 4 bows and lights, garland.
Yeah, pretty cheap.
If you, I don't know if you have checked or unchecked, those light poles on McCown, I would not try to do this right now, because you're gonna have cords running everywhere, because there's not.
Maybe we can just put a red bow.
Yeah, just lights, I'm talking about just lights.
Right, so
You're gonna have
that's the
extension cords
17
everywhere.
light.
So why not just make this not to exceed 32,000? And then we can modify it however.
That's probably the easiest way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because really, it's,
Good idea.
it'll be.
Yeah, because it could be less or
Not to spend
more.
over 32.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 35, or
yeah.
40.
Oh, I like you.
Looks like my guys are.
Comes out of your
Got other stuff to do.
budget?
Well, I mean, that makes sense, like, you want it to be uniform and it's gonna be professional, so you do want it to match.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so,
think that that's very important.
yeah, I'll amend my motion to include the 3-year agreement not to exceed 33,000 for the installation and services to enhance holiday lighting for Christmas in Montgomery.
motion has been made
Is your
by,
company outsourced professional?
Am I, what'd you say?
Because it's not in here.
Am I a what?
Company's name is Tis the Season.
tis the season.
Okay, so 'tis the season is not listed here. So
Okay, so okay, would you like to state your
I will.
motion to get, again?
I will. So I'll make an amended motion to include the 3-year agreement not to exceed $33,000 for the holiday lighting and for Christmas in Montgomery
To go to Tis the Season.
with Tis This Season as our contractor.
Motion by Mr. Olson that we accept item number 15 as presented with a 3-year agreement not to exceed $33,000 with the company of Tis the Season. This motion, is there a second? Sorry.
I second it.
Seconded by Ms. Fox. The motion on the table is to approve item number 15 as presented with a 3-year agreement not to exceed $33,000 with the company Tis the Season. This motion is debatable, amendable, request majority vote. It's open for discussion. All those in favor of accepting item number 15 as presented on a 3-year agreement to not exceed $33,000 with Tis the Season, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries, and we will accept as presented.
Is this 832, is this your number?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you. Look forward to working with you. Number 16, tabled on 9/9/2025, consideration of possible action on the request for the creation of a full-time new position for a Parks and Rec program coordinator and event organizer.
Would you like more explanation? So, over time, it just kind of worked into one job and then another job. I went back and kind of looked. So really, the EDC requested having a full-time person, so that kind of creates the issue here because Stephanie was really doing 90% of the work for the events and very little for the EDC in particular. The EDC was doing just all events, basically. So this just creates that separation again. We'll have somebody working for the EDC to help, these projects that they're working on. We'll have somebody with the events doing that. That's really all that is. It's just, I brought it to you because I want you to say, yeah, that's what we wanted to look again.
Where will the position be?
Where will it be? Like office?
Yeah, under you or?
Well, yeah, it's gonna change because we're on top of each other already here. But when we get over there, we hopefully have a office. They'll probably still work with Stephanie in some portion of this because it's gonna take some coordination. She's already got so much in place, so.
So the position will answer to the city administrator, not to Public Works?
It still has to coordinate with Public Works in the way that, those guys are gonna be doing the projects, if they're putting up the lights, if whatever they're doing with the events, putting up roadblocks, so it'll still have to be a combination of both.
Okay. Just as long as there's a direct line of whose boss this
Yes, sir.
person
Do you manage
belongs
them
to.
or Mike? I
Right.
guess is the question. I know there's coordination, I know there's teamwork, all of that, but where do they sit in the
But
work
it
chart?
always has been a combination of working together.
Yes.
So is it
I mean,
gonna
if we stick
continue
them
that?
in City Hall, then they can work directly for me, but,
Who will write their performance review?
probably me.
Okay.
But here's the thing,
Then I'd say,
who's the supervisor for Mike?
You guys most of the time.
Oh, it's
It's
you.
me.
Yeah, it's you.
it's you.
I was
I'm
giving
okay
you
with
a
all
hard
that.
I just want to make sure that there is a clear chain of command, that we
Yeah,
don't
me
have
too.
a
Yeah, some of
person
this
floating
is-
with no boss that says, well, I work for them, I work for them, I work for myself.
That was not the intention.
Yeah.
It's just, we just kind of have to line out how that's going to look, and really they should be part of the main office most of the time because people are calling here for events, and Stephanie's kind of already set that precedent, so we just got to make that a good transition.
Mike, you good with that?
Good with it being under Brett?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Gladly, that's what I just heard,
All
gladly.
right.
and it is full-time
Mike Love?
position. Yes,
What'd you say?
a full-time position,
Yes, yes.
40 hours, but
What was the
They-
grade?
fluctuate because of the events.
You know what I said?
106,
106?
106,
106
it's
is the grade?
between
106.
50 and 75.
106. is between
And I
50 and
think
75.
we've been on the
50,
50
75.
in the past or
Yeah.
below.
It's right in.
Well, if we grade them at 106, they can't come in below, so.
Well, they could,
No,
but
then we'd have to grade them at a 105, that's how the
Well,
grade system works, so.
then we could do
However we
that too.
advertise it, we have to stick to that, so.
Well, I was considered why it was, I mean, being a full-time job, but after Stephanie and Mike informed me that it was definitely a full-time job, I
Absolutely.
understand it better, but who takes care of what kind of park events you have? Is that person going to create them, or have you already created them for that person?
A job description?
No,
No,
the park
no,
events.
Park events. Which
Oh.
park? Cedar Break Park?
No, we just discussed some of the things that we can do in the parks. You know,
So is that person going to be tasked with coming up with that, or is there something already in place?
no, there's only ideas in place, but some of these community walks and some of these different things, we're gonna try to focus on the property that we, promote, which is the parks.
Okay.
And having some of these things. Of course, you run into the same problem. If you get too big in the park, you got parking problems. But if we have events in the park, we're working on right now this McGowan project, and we're really gonna try to utilize the community center space that's in the community center, so this will be a big part of that too.
Yep, very good.
This personal,
And one other
Be
thing that I
involved
was
in
going to
all that.
ask too,
Yeah.
is I've talked to Alan about, could city council be privy to applications that are being made?
For programs or
No,
events?
for that, for the position.
For the
For this
person?
Parks and
For the
Rec
person,
position,
For the position.
coordinator and event organizer.
Sure.
Okay. I was just asking.
I'm not disagreeing with what everybody's saying, but this job description says the department is Public Works and the immediate supervisor is the Public Works Director. And you just told me you're gonna be the director, so this needs to change.
Yes, we know. That's just how it was written, I just took it right out of it.
That's when we created the position, 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago,
I was fixing to
something
say,
like
yeah,
that. That's where
yeah.
we originally put it.
and where do you think you would advertise this position at?
Probably on Indeed, it seems to get the best response of anything, even when we try some of the local government
TML.
places, which we get free, so we'll put them on there.
Yeah.
Indeed seems to get the best responses.
Where did you find us? Indeed or TML?
TMS.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to accept item 16 as presented.
Motion by Mr. Olson that we accept item number 16 as presented.
Second.
Seconded by half of this council, Mr. Rich. This motion is debatable, amendable, requires a majority vote. All those in favor of accepting item number 16 as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries, and we'll accept item number 16 as presented. Council inquiry.
I have a question for you.
Yes,
I
sir.
know that Stan talks about it, and I was listening. With Sourcewell and how Sourcewell works, would you like me to, next meeting, explain how Sourcewell works and how that whole process functions? Would that be helpful?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'll put it together. I mean, the basics of it, even though we have this company up here that's doing the design build, that's just really what they do is design build. And then it flows out to all these companies through Sourcewell that have already been vetted for government work. And they're all Texas companies in that end of it.
So Brett, I had a developer call me today who's somewhat local, who said they would like to throw their hat in the ring. They've done some commercial stuff. Do they have to go through Sourcewell or can they come directly to you?
Well, they have to, no, because they have to be part of the
Okay.
pre-bid, because they have to meet, the certain guidelines.
And there's, yes, I
Because
understand.
this saves us from doing the bidding.
Yeah, okay.
Because, we gotta hit all those little things, and
Right.
small and medium businesses and
Women-owned,
businesses,
minority
all
owned,
the-
yeah.
Because you gotta hit them all.
Okay,
And Sourcewell just does it for us.
and so then I should encourage them to go to Sourcewell
Yeah.
and become a partner,
And
a
it's
company
easy
on
for
the
a
list.
vendor to
Preferred
register with
vendor,
them. They
yeah.
say who they are, who the owner is.
Okay.
It's really just a simple application.
As long as they have all
Great.
the qualifications.
When is it?
I'd like to
So
make
that's
a
gonna be
motion
in
on
the
number
first November meeting?
19.
Huh? I'm sorry?
He's gonna present this in the first November meeting?
October?
November?
No, we're in September,
We're in
Stan, so we have a meeting in October.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting my days.
I appreciate you trying to get Christmas here earlier, however. Hold up,
I have a question.
No, I know.
ma'am.
So it's for the staff, like, what is your ETA on like having someone, just an idea of estimated time? When you'd like to have?
For Sourcewell?
No, for this
No,
position.
events.
Oh, sorry, we were going back to number 16.
Sorry, sorry.
I don't have any idea. I mean, it's gonna greatly depend on who's out there.
So how long do you normally?
I would
leave
plan
it
on
posted?
Christmas being the parade, that you're probably gonna do 95% of it.
Oh, I don't want to
I think
do
she's
that.
already committed.
That's always.
She's just trying to figure out if she's gonna get out of it by February or by July.
Well, a lot of what I do has to be, I have a lot of deadlines. And
Absolutely.
I work with so many different departments, like I have to plan everything out in advance. So all the events for this year are already on my calendar. So I know that we're having some website stuff come up and all this kind of, so I just wanted kind of a general idea of,
So how
2
long,
months would not be unusual.
okay.
so how long do you leave the position posted usually?
Till it's filled?
Till it's filled.
Until filled.
Till it's filled? Okay, well, sounds like a
I don't
lot
have any
logical.
other. Can we go to adjournment?
All right. Anything else on council inquiry? All right, let's go to closing agenda. Item number 17, items to consider replacement on future agendas.
Just the Sourcewell thing.
Item number 18, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make the motion to adjourn.
Motion by Mr. Olson, second by Mrs. Judowich.
Anybody else?
All those in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries at 7:21. We will adjourn this meeting. Babush, babush, babush.